All right, LeetCode problem 346, moving average from data stream. So given a stream of integers and a window size, calculate the moving average of all integers in the sliding window. So we'll implement the moving average class. So you have here, our input is this moving average. So whatever it would basically be our size to look for. And then next is just these values that come out. So we need a window size of 3. So for our first average, we just do 1, which is 1, and then the average of 1 and 10, which is 5.5. That's obviously 11 minus or divided by 2, it's 5. And then 1, 10, 3, 14 by 3 is 4.666, and so on. So that's basically how we find the moving average. But once we get to 1, 10, 3, and 5, that's beyond our window size of 3. So we have to remove the first value and then take this new average of 10, 3, and 5, which would be 6. So to start off, I'm going to initialize a queue to use this, because a queue you add from the back and you remove from the front. So it's perfect for what we're doing. So this and then this dot size. So I can use size in the prototype down there. And then this dot sum to keep track of the current sum that is in our window. So to start off, we're going to do this dot queue push val. So we'll add the whatever whatever value in our array we're on. We're going to add it to the list, and then we'll create a first variable or a first value to determine what is the first value in the list based off of where we are iteration wise. So this dot q dot length is greater than this size. So if the length of our queue is greater than the size, obviously what we need to do now is this dot q dot shift. So we'll shift that value. And if not, we'll just assign 0 to this first, so our value doesn't our value doesn't change. So this q shift value, whatever we've shifted from the front, is now that first value, and we'll subtract it from the sum, so we know what our current window's sum would be, so we can find the average and add it to the final output array. So first is 0. Okay, or 0, and then we'll do this sum well first. So basically we're keeping track of this sum here. We'll add the current value we're on, and then we'll subtract it from the first. So if your current window is 1, 10, and 3, this constraint, or this is not broken, this constraint's not broken, so we'll just assign first to first. We'll increment the sum with this 3, and we don't have to subtract anything because our window is still valid. If our window was not valid and we were adding that 5 onto 1, 10, and 3, then we would have to assign first to the initial value, the first value in the queue, and we'll shift it to remove it from the queue, and then we will subtract it from the total sum, so we can now get the average of those. And then at the end, we'll just return 1, this, not sum, I guess I don't need that. We'll return the sum minus this, q dot. So we just return the average iteratively, and it works.